Hello and welcome to Atypical Life. Today I have to work on my continuous brew kombucha setup, and since I kind of have to start mostly over, I thought I would take you along with me. So this is my kombucha. This is just one of those water jugs that you buy. You probably buy them on Amazon. They're really expensive. I bought mine at the thrift store, and usually you buy a big water jug to go on top. This is meant for a countertop. We did have to replace the nozzle of this because these come with plastic nozzles, and kombucha will eat away at the plastic. So this is metal and this is ceramic, and then we have the cloth on top, and then I just have the disc that holds the water bottle on top of here. I have that holding down the cloth because kombucha does need to breathe. The SCOBY, or the symbiotic culture of yeast and bacteria, it is a mushroom, like is what they call it, sits on the top, needs to breathe. And then I have this on a flower pot stand I got at IKEA or Target. But I'm boiling this water to make black tea. Kombucha is fermented black tea. I did not make that clear before. I talked about the SCOBY. So it is fermented black tea with a SCOBY, and you will also use sugar to feed the SCOBY. So for every gallon you do, you need a cup of sugar. A gallon is 16 glasses, for those that don't know. And so I will be doing roughly 2 gallons. And so I will be doing 2 cups of sugar, and pretty much almost all this box. That is what I'm gonna do. I just use regular black tea bags that I got from Walmart. I think that's where Jordan picked it up, and then sugar. So my water is boiling, and I am going to mix in 2 cups of water, and the reason I am doing this now is so that it will dissolve while it's warm, because when it's cold it's harder to get sugar to dissolve into whatever liquid you're stirring it in. So if you do hot water, it's faster. And of course all my measuring cups are dirty except for the half a cup. Whatever. Now, there are many people on YouTube that do this like as organically as possible, and so they will tell you not to use, you know, white sugar and only use organic tea bag, or not even tea bags, loose leaf tea. I have watched so many videos because I like to do my research before I do things. Well, I've been doing kombucha for several years now, and I've always done it with white sugar and with tea bags from Walmart. And the Walmart brand, the Sam's Club brand, Great Value, whatever, Members Mark, whatever store I'm shopping at, I've always done that way, and it is fine. Also, I don't think you're supposed to use metal while you stir or make this, but it's not like any of this is sitting in it, so it's fine. So I just got my sugar stirred in. It didn't take all that long, as you could tell. It's pretty much done. And now I'm going to add my tea bags, because I add so many. This takes a little bit of a process. I am going to work on putting the tea bags in. And like I said, I do like 2 gallons in that pot because I need to leave room for the SCOBY, which I will be pulling out next. While this cools a little bit and steeps, I will do the next step. We need to find a glass that I can put the what tea we do have in there in. If you choose to, you can do part green tea in the mix, and it comes out fizzier with green tea. The way we're doing it with the continuous brew, I've actually noticed has been fine being fizzy wise. It's not, some people like it to be more like soda than you know, just regular tea. And if you use green tea, it definitely fizzes. If you drink kombucha already from the store, the GTS, they use a mixture of black tea and green tea to make theirs. They also add like kiwi juice. My favorite is the Mystic Mango, but that's a lot of sugar on top of this. So alright. So I'm gonna let that steep, and while I let that steep, I'm going to pull my SCOBY out, and then we are going to put the kombucha vinegar into something else. When dealing with your SCOBY, you want to deal with clean hands, because if you introduce things to that, it could do stuff to the SCOBY. So what I do, and you don't have to do it this way, you can wash your hands as normal, whatever you want to do. I wash my hands with my soap, and then I will use some of the kombucha vinegar to clean my fingers before I touch the SCOBY. I wash with that because it makes me feel good that I like washing my hands. But the kombucha vinegar will strip the oils that the soap leaves on your hands. I use Miss Myers, and they do essential oils in a lot of their stuff, which is fine. It's fine for everything, but I just like to completely strip everything off of my fingers before I touch the SCOBY. And what's great about my continual brew, and I'll show you, is the way I get it out. So you'll see some of the floaties. That's the mother. That is actually really good for you. So I'm gonna go over, and it seems like we're running out of liquid in there, so it's probably a really good time to do this. There is the beauteous SCOBY. It goes from edge to edge, and it's probably pretty thick. But let's pull it out, and I'm going to put it in this glass bowl. You don't want to put it in metal or plastic. You want to use glass. Oh gosh, this thing's big. Oh goodness. Oh, it's a monster. So my bowl is definitely too small for this, and you can see the different layers. That's how every time a new SCOBY is formed, it is formed different layers. This is all very pretty. This, I cut out a section actually for my pastor and gave it to him, so you could see where I cut it out in the last time we actually did anything with this. So I can peel these pieces off and actually give them to my chickens, because it's really good for them, which I think I will do, because we don't need it this thick. But oh, it's gonna make a mess. I do need to add more liquid to that.
You're gonna feed that to the chickens?
Parts of it. So
enjoy yourself.
Alrighty. So you do need to save starter liquid. This is actually a lot more than you need. Usually I only need about a cup, but this will cause the new kombucha to break down quicker and become kombucha. so that's what it looks like. There's an air pocket back here because it's so heavy. And this is what the inside of this looks like. It looks like just regular black tea. Oh, there's another. This is the SCOBY we actually started with. That's funny. I got this off of Amazon because at the time we didn't have anybody in our lives that were doing SCOBYs. So this is perfectly good to continue to use if you wanted to. If you wanted to start a different batch. Like for me, if I wanted to start a batch that I just redid every, 7 days, I could do that. But I probably won't because this is fine. This makes enough. There is nothing in there. So the rest of this is really good cleaner. I am only saving this amount, but this is really good cleaner for your hair and giving it to your animals, really good. Also, you have to be careful, bugs like it, so that's why we put the cloth on. Okay, so basically I just did a quick rinse in here, and now I will actually I'm going to cover my SCOBY just in case I keep seeing a fly buzz around. Because it's temporary, I'm just using the paper towel. All right. So what I'm going to do now is take all these tea bags out of here. This is still very, very hot, and so do not put your SCOBY into the hot water. This is not all the water I will be using for my kombucha. I will be, oh, there we are. I will be adding more water to this. So, but do not use hot water for your SCOBY. I am a little on the lazy side and impatient side. So what I'm going to do is dump this into my kombucha pot, and then I'm going to get one of my big cups and get the filtered cold water from my refrigerator. Let me put you over here so I can show you better. This is very hot. All right. I have the thermometer on the side down here, so I will be able to tell when this gets cool enough. All right. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. This is what it looks like right now. I just stirred it. But if you can tell, it is above 90 degrees in here. So that means it's still pretty boiling. We want it right around this area, which is the 71 Fahrenheit or 22 Celsius. You usually want this above 70, but not higher than 80. Okay. So that actually has a little ways to cool down. So what I'm going to do is put my SCOBY in my microwave because I see a fly flying around and I don't want it to land on my SCOBY. It will not land in the brewed tea because it's still hot. Flies don't like that, but it will try to land on my beautiful SCOBY. So I'm going to do that. Alright, so as I am editing this video, I lost the last clip that shows you the SCOBY going in to the pot and the aftermath. It has been a few days, actually a week, since I have done this, so I'm going to take you in and show you what it looks like now. Basically, once the tea got down to a good temperature, I then put the SCOBY that I had left after peeling off the layers, and I put it inside the top. And it sank a little bit to like the middle, which is totally normal. It could sink completely to the bottom, and it's not a big deal. And so I will show you. I checked it the other day, and the SCOBY never rose to the top, but a new one was being formed. And you could see the cloudiness of it. So I'm expecting right now that when I show you, it will have formed a new one on the top. The old one will still be down somewhere in the middle, but the other one will be brand new right on the top. All right, so there is the new SCOBY. There's a new SCOBY that was formed over the last week. Temperature is down in between, because these are both colored. It is actually in between 71 and 75, and I think it's 73 in here right now. So that puts it right in between. All right, so there is the SCOBY. As of right now, it is pretty much done. I made it a little light on the flavor. I think I put too much water in because it's also up a little bit higher than I normally would like it to be, but that's okay. Next, I will drink that down a little bit, or I'll even bottle some of it. So, all right. Thank you so much for following me on this little journey of making kombucha. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below, and I will try to answer them. And if you are new, hit the subscribe button. Right now, we're heavy on the homesteading front. There's some other things coming up pretty soon, so you will see more of the kids' stuff happening. All right, God bless you, and have a great day.